Good day, fellow bettors. Thank you for joining me for another video for your La Liga betting tips and predictions. Today I will be sharing with you my predictions and tips on match result, correct score predictions, which in turn you will use to determine the expected number of goals in a particular game. For example, if I say Villarreal to beat Getafe 1, then you would surmise that I am expecting over 2.5 goals for that game, and so therefore you bet on the number of goals. Also, I will be sharing with you bets on the handicap system as well. So, and that's what we're going to pretty much be doing for the La Liga betting tips and predictions for today, and that's what we have been doing all season long, right? So let's just jump straight into it. And for this year game week, we're going to start on Friday and we're going to go all the way through to Monday, March 6th. And as you can see, we have a game here today, Villarreal versus Getafe. This is from the previous game week, so don't pay that in mind. We're going to start here on Friday with Real Sociedad versus Cadiz. And for Real Sociedad versus Cadiz, I'm expecting Real Sociedad to win here, and I'm expecting both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline for me in this game, I'm going to go with Real Sociedad winning this one 1-0. In terms of the handicap system, no folks, basis being Real Sociedad winning by a goal, we're going to take a draw, and that's for obvious reasons. So, as you can see here now, a recap for Real Sociedad versus Cadiz. I'm expecting Real Sociedad to win here at $1.45. We're expecting both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance bet, I'd go with either team to win and both not to score. Correct scoreline prediction for me, I'm saying Real Sociedad wins this one 1-0. And in terms of the handicap system now, I'm going to go with a draw on the three-way handicap system, basis being Real Sociedad winning by a goal. All right. We're going to move on to our next game, and our next game will be Getafe versus Girona. And for Getafe versus Girona, I'm expecting both teams to battle this one out, but I'm going to say here, Getafe will be able to hold on, but it's not going to be easy. So Girona have been picking up some form of late. So for me, the best bet here, I'd say I'm going to go with both teams to score, and I'm expecting a draw here. In terms of a double chance, I'm going to go with I'm going to give the double chance later on. Let me just go ahead and find a double chance for you. In terms of a double chance, I would go with a draw or Girona, and I go with a draw or Girona and over 1.5. That's my double chance. In terms of correct scoreline prediction now, folks, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a 1-all draw here. So therefore, I won't have a bet, and I don't have a bet on the handicap system this time around. And so another bet that we could go with is in terms of, let me come here, over on the 3.5. Right, so here I'm going to go with a draw and under 4.5 goals in total for the game. So let's just go ahead and give you a quick recap here for Getafe versus Girona. I'm expecting both teams to win, to score rather, sorry. And I'm expecting this game to end in a draw. And in terms of a double chance, I'd go with a draw or Girona to win and over 1.5 goals in total for the game. And that's $2.30 in terms of the odds. Correct scoreline prediction, I'm predicting a 1-all draw here between Getafe and Girona. And in terms of another double chance bet that you could take, you could bet on a draw and under 4.5 goals in total for the game, and that's $2.90 in terms of the odds. Yeah, so really love the odds there. All right, so those are my predictions for Getafe versus Girona. Now we're going to move on over to Almeria versus Villarreal. Almeria coming off a win against Barcelona, a really good boost for them, and so therefore they should be feeling nice, and they should be all ready to face Villarreal. And so for this game, Almeria versus Villarreal, I'm expecting here this one to be another closely contested one. So I'm going to take this one to be a draw as well. And I'm going to say here, I'm expecting both teams to score. In terms of predicted scoreline, I'm going with a 1-all draw here. And in terms of a double chance bet, I'm going to go with a draw and under 4.5 goals in total for the game. Alright, so these are all my predictions for this particular game, and now we're going to just go up and give you a quick recap. Almeria versus Villarreal, I'm expecting a draw here at $3.60. I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of my correct scoreline prediction, I'm going to say here we're going to have a 1-all draw between these two teams. And in terms of a double chance bet, I would go with a draw and under 4.5 goals in total for this game. Alright, those are my predictions for Almeria versus Villarreal, and now we're going to move on over to Mallorca versus Elche. And for Mallorca versus Elche, I'm expecting Mallorca to take care of business here. I'm expecting both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance bet, I go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Mallorca wins this one 2-0. In terms of the handicap system, basis being Mallorca winning by a goal, I'm going to take a draw here. So, alright. Quick recap for Mallorca versus Elche. I'm expecting Mallorca to win this one at $1.70. I'm expecting both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either to win and both not to score, and that's $1.87. And in terms of correct scoreline prediction, now I'm saying Mallorca wins this one 2-0, and that's $6.50 if you want to take a bet on the correct scoreline prediction, that is. In terms of the handicap system, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a draw for this game. Alright, so these are my predictions for Mallorca versus Elche, and now we're going to move on over to our next game, which is Atletico Madrid versus Sevilla. And for Atletico Madrid versus Sevilla, I'm expecting here Atletico Madrid to win. I'm expecting both teams not to score. In terms of double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Atletico Madrid wins this one 2-0. And in terms of the handicap system, now we're going to go ahead and take Atletico Madrid to win by a goal, but we're going to take a draw. Alright, so predictions now, folks. Recap of predictions, that is, for Atletico Madrid versus Sevilla. I'm expecting Atletico Madrid to win this one at $1.72. I'm expecting also both teams not to score. In terms of double chance, I'd go with either team to win and both not to score. In terms of the correct scoreline prediction, now I'm going to say we wish Atletico Madrid should have a 2-0 victory here over Sevilla, and that's $7 in terms of the odds. And on the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take a draw for this game, and that's $3.30. Right. So those are my predictions. And those are my predictions, and so we're going to move on over to Real Valladolid versus Espanyol. And for Real Valladolid versus Espanyol, I'm expecting here that both these teams should give us a good fight, but at the end of the day, I'm saying Real Valladolid should take this one over Espanyol, and I do believe that both teams will score in this game as well. I think we're gonna have about 3 goals in this game, so I'm saying either to win and both score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying 2-1 victory here for Real Valladolid. In terms of the handicap system, we're going to go ahead and take Real Valladolid to win by a goal, being the basis, and then we're going to take a draw. All right, and here we go. So recap now for Real Valladolid versus Espanyol, and I'm expecting Real Valladolid to win here at $2.20. In terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying yes, that should be the case. And double chance bet here, I go with either team to win and both to score, and that's $3.10. And correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying we should have a 2-1 victory here for Real Valladolid over Espanyol, and that's $9 in terms of the odds. Now on the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take a draw, and that's $3.75. All right then, folks. So now we're going to move on from Real Valladolid versus Espanyol to Barcelona versus Valencia. And Barcelona should be looking to bounce back here from this game. And let me just jump straight in and tell you what I expect from this one. I expect Barcelona to bounce back, Barcelona to come back and win here, Barcelona to win, both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance, I go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Barcelona wins this one 2-0. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take Barcelona to win this one by a goal. That's $2.25. All right, so let's just head down back up and give you a quick recap for Barcelona versus Valencia. And here now, I'm expecting Barcelona to win at $1.42. I'm expecting both teams not to score as well. In terms of double chance, I go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline 2-0 in favor of Barcelona over Valencia. And that's $6.50 in terms of the odds. And now on the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take Barcelona to win this game by a goal. And that's $2.25. Right? So those are my predictions for Barcelona versus Valencia. And that's how the cookie crumbles for these two teams and in this particular game. And now we're going to move on over to Rayo Vallecano versus Athletic Bilbao. Athletic Bilbao was beaten last game week by Girona 2-3. And so therefore this should be an interesting one. Girona was leading that game 3-1 at halftime, and so therefore things got away from Athletic Bilbao, and then they tried to fall back, but they just couldn't at the end of the day. And so for this game, Rayo Vallecano versus Athletic Bilbao, I'm expecting both teams to come out and give off their best. So therefore, I'm expecting a draw here between Rayo Vallecano and Athletic Bilbao. Expecting a draw, and I'm saying both teams should score. In terms of correct scoreline, I'm going to go with a 1-0 scoreline here. So for my double chance bet here, I'm going to go with a draw and under 4.5 goals. Yes. So these are my predictions for this particular game. And now let's just roll up and give you a quick recap here now, folks. All right, so let's just a little bit of technical difficulties. Hold on here. Let me just refresh this. And we'll jump straight back into the predictions. Yeah. So I'm looking at this one. So yes, exit page, and next we're going to reload. All right, sorry about that. A bit of technical glitch. It happens from time to time. So let's jump straight back in and give you my recap. For Rayo Vallecano versus Athletic Bilbao, I'm expecting a draw here, and that's $3.10 if that should happen between these two teams. I'm expecting both teams to score as well, and I'm getting a lovely $2 at the present moment for both teams to score. In terms of my correct scoreline prediction, I'm expecting this one to end in a 1-1 draw, and that's $6 if it happens in terms of the odds. In terms of a double chance bet, I'll go with a draw and under 4.5 goals in total for the game, and that's $3.10. Alright, so that's how the cookie crumbles for my perspective in this game here between Rayo Vallecano and Athletic Bilbao. Now we're going to move on over to the next game, which is Real Betis versus Real Madrid. And for Real Betis versus Real Madrid, I'm expecting here Real Madrid to move on from that draw against Atletico de Madrid and come back here and beat Real Betis. So I'm expecting Real Madrid to win. Both teams not to score. In terms of double chance, I'll go with either to win and both not to score. Correct scoreline, I'm saying Real Madrid wins this one 3-0. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Real Madrid to win this one by a goal. Alright, and so let's just roll on back up and give you a quick recap now of this for this particular game. So Real Betis versus Real Madrid, I'm expecting Real Madrid to win this one at $1.75. In terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying no, that should not be the case. In terms of a double chance, I'll go ahead and I'll say either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline 3-0 in favor of Real Madrid over Real Betis, and that's $13 if that should happen. In terms of the odds, that is. And in terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take Real Madrid to win this one by a goal. And that's $3.10, right? So those are my predictions for Real Madrid versus Real Betis. And now we are going to move on to our final game for this year game week, which is Osasuna versus Celta Vigo. And for Osasuna versus Celta Vigo, I'm expecting this one to be a keenly contested one. Both teams should jump in and give off their best, and it's going to be a very interesting one, I do believe. And so for Osasuna versus Celta Vigo, so let me just jump in and give my prediction. I'm going to give Osasuna the victory here over Celta Vigo. Osasuna to win, both teams to score. In terms of a double chance, I go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Osasuna wins this one 2-1. In terms of the Handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take Osasuna to win by a goal, being the basis, and then we're going to take a draw, which is obvious based on my predicted scoreline. Right. So recap now for Osasuna versus Celta Vigo. I'm expecting Osasuna to win this one at $2.50. I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline 2-1 in favor of Osasuna over Celta Vigo. And in terms of a handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take a draw based on my predicted scoreline. All right. So those are all my predictions here for Osasuna versus Celta Vigo, and these are all my predictions for La Liga for this year game week. And I hope you enjoy the video as usual. Remember to subscribe, like, and share the video with your friends on your social media pages. Thank you very much once again for joining me. I say great luck betting and have a profitable weekend. Thank you.